Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I've started a couple of companies, and for me, the worst part of the entire process is dealing with all of the legal aspects. It's really exhausting and time consuming, and I think that most business owners who've done it before probably agree. And for those of you who haven't started an LLC or limited liability corporation yet, do yourself a favor and hire a professional service. You could use a lawyer or an accounting firm, but the best and easiest option that I found are online companies that take care of the whole process for you. And LegalZoom is one of those companies. Before I used them, I did a lot of research, and then I actually used them to start 2 LLCs. So I decided to make this video to talk about my experience with them, their main features, how much they cost, some features that a lot of people don't know about, and areas where they do a really good job. And I want to be crystal clear here, I'm in no way sponsored by them. So I'll also tell you about a few issues I had with them. Now, none of them were really deal breakers for me because, like I said before, I still use them and use them again. So by the end of this video, you should know if they're the right fit for you in your situation or not. And if at any point you end up wanting to try them out, use the link that's down in the description because you'll get a bit of a discount that's not available if you go right to their website. So just to be clear, LegalZoom has been starting companies for people totally online for over 20 years. And in that time, they've helped start over 2 million businesses. So it's fair to say that they're an established and experienced company. Now, they do have a few features that really stood out to me, like legal support, the ability to register multiple types of businesses like S Corps, C Corps, sole proprietorships, and DBA support, which stands for doing business as, where you can register a company under one name and operate it under another. And there are a lot of different reasons why you might want to consider a DBA, and they actually have a free helpline where they can help you see if you need it or how it might benefit your business or not. Okay, so I've been using LegalZoom now for over a year and have actually opened 2 LLCs with them in that time. I found the process to be really straightforward. They guide you through the process and give you very easy to follow instructions. You'll need to feed in the information, of course, but you do everything right on their website. There's no need to go anywhere else as long as you have all the information that you need. All I needed to do was choose a plan, pay, fill out a few forms, give my details, and pick a name for my company, which they checked for availability. And it was a bit of a bummer when I found out that the name I chose was already taken, so I had to sort of rethink my brand. But no big deal, the company ended up working beautifully even after the rebrand, and that was about it. And there was a waiting period, of course, but I opted to speed things up as much as possible by paying around $100 in expedited costs. And they updated me if they ever needed any more information from me and kept me in the loop regarding any updates or the status of my application. And I really liked that they had some features like legal support as well as a full library of legal templates to use, which ended up saving me a lot of money on legal fees. And the fact that they gave me a full guide on which permits and licenses I needed to operate my business in any state really helped me to make sure that I was up to date and aware of all the permits that I needed as well. Now, one issue I did experience was that I was hoping to have a foreign partner join me on one of my companies, as we were looking to start an S Corp after my first 2 companies. We found out that unfortunately, they don't offer any of their services to non-US citizens. So if you aren't a US citizen, you'll have to consider other companies, like Zen Business, for example, because I know that they do work with foreigners. And in terms of plans, they have 3 to choose from. First, their basic plan is completely free. You won't have to pay them anything, but you will need to pay any state fees for registering your business. Oh, and another thing, you have to have an EIN or employer identification number, which is a federal tax number that you need to file taxes. They can set it up for you if you want for around $80 plus whatever state fees there are, which are of course going to be dependent on which state you're operating out of. Their next plan is their Pro plan, which costs just under $250 a year and includes the EIN, an operating license, a small business expert consultation, their business licenses and permits guide, which basically shows you what permits and licenses you need to operate your business and also how to get them, as well as an insurance consultation. And if you want, they'll refer you to their affiliate insurance company called Next, which will probably end up saving you some money if you need insurance. And lastly, they have a top-of-the-line premium plan, which costs around $300 a year. It includes all the features from the Pro plan and adds things like a consultation with a lawyer, copyright registration for patenting products or designs, and a full library of customizable legal templates, which can save you a ton on legal fees. Just remember that these are templates and they might not meet the exact needs of your specific legal situation. And honestly, I think the fact that they throw in a consultation with the lawyer on top of all the normal services is pretty cool. It saved me a bunch of money and headache to find a knowledgeable lawyer who was reasonably priced. Oh, and I should add that with each plan, including the basic one, they throw in the ability to get started customizing a website using Wix. They'll let you design your own site and host it with them entirely for free or included in the cost. But the catch is that you have to pay extra to get rid of their branding on your site, meaning your website URL will look a bit odd. Think instead of www.google.com, it would look like www.google.wix.com or something like that. So I'd recommend considering a paid option because that kind of thing could really look unprofessional for a business. Also, they do offer accounting services and a tax filing service, but these are add-ons and you have to pay extra for both, which I can understand because a lot of people do use their own accounting firms, but personally, I saved a bit of money by using them compared to the accounting firm that I was using before. It isn't the case for everyone, but it might be worth checking out. I've been using their pro plan for my first company with them and their premium for my second because for $50 more, I figured it'd just be worth it to run a few questions that I had by one of their lawyers and get the legal templates as well. And they have an express filing feature, like I mentioned before, for faster filing times, which is $100 and is a separate add-on available for all of their plans, which I did use both of the times because I personally hate waiting longer than I absolutely have to. But if you're impatient like me and just want to start making money already, I might highly recommend it for you. So I will say that LegalZoom probably has the most features on offer when compared to other brands like Zen Business because they offer things like legal support, which I found to be really helpful. Okay, so in terms of my overall experience, getting everything filed was really easy. I liked how they have really clear explanations for everything on the website, and even though I still had questions, their support was available 24/7. And yes, I actually used them in both cases to answer a few questions when filling out the paperwork. I also liked how clear everything was on their website. They did a really good job explaining all the steps and breaking down the costs in a really simple to understand way. Also, I ended up saving some money with the insurance company that they referred me to, which was a nice bonus. But again, if you want to try them and save a bit of money, check out the link that I dropped down in the description because it'll automatically apply a discount that you won't find directly on their website. So would I recommend LegalZoom? I absolutely would. They made my life a lot easier. They did all the work for me and guided me through the entire process. They even follow up with you for the first year after you create your business to make sure that everything's working. And if you choose to stick with them after that, you can always renew subscriptions for things like legal support and copyright protection, which is always really helpful if you come up with products and designs and want to protect them. But you do have to pay for these services on a monthly basis along with your annual plan. But I still think that they're a lot cheaper than even a reasonably priced lawyer, at least in my experience. And I also really like that LegalZoom can help you set up a variety of different businesses aside from just LLCs. They can help you set up S Corps, C Corps, and sole proprietorships as well. That being said, keep in mind that, like I mentioned earlier, unlike Zen Business, they only offer their services to Americans. Non-US citizens can't open businesses with them. And while I found their services to be pretty efficient and good overall, I will say that I feel like they could bundle in the accounting and tax filing services with a premium plan and just charge a bit more. Or maybe they could make a premium plus plan or something where they bundle everything together just to make it a bit more streamlined if you want the whole package. But again, I understand that a lot of people already have an accountant or someone who manages the books for them, which they feel comfortable with. So I can see why they kept it as an add-on. They're entirely different services and you have to pay extra for both of them, but they still cost less than an accountant in most cases, so again, it might still be worth checking out. And just to reiterate, the whole process actually ended up still being way cheaper than consulting a lawyer or an accounting firm like I had done in the past. And based on my experience, I'm pretty confident that they really believe that they have the experience to make sure that your business is covered from every legal angle. So that's it for my honest and hopefully thorough review of LegalZoom. Again, I would definitely recommend checking them out if you've never opened a business before, or even if you have opened one before and just want to save yourself some time, possibly some money, and definitely a lot of headache and hassle for your next one. And again, if you want to try them out, check out the link that I left for you down in the description to get that discount that I mentioned before that you wouldn't be able to get if you went straight to their website. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Like and subscribe if you found this video helpful, or if you want to see more reviews like this. And guys, as usual, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.